It's actually kind of amazing how much I've learned over the last 3 months. However, I know the journey isn't over. I've grouped my learning into 4 key areas: professional learning, transforming my teaching practice, open education, and laughing at myself. First of all, I had not heard of professional learning networks. I participate in a professional learning community with 2 other teachers in my building. I often felt frustrated because I wasn't getting what I needed. This class pushed us to create a PLN. I started to build this network by participating in Twitter, Google Plus communities, blogging, and reading other teachers' blogs. I'm in awe of the amount of professional learning I can access through these sources. It's in-time learning at my choice of location, even in my bed and on my terms. More importantly, it's interactive. Professionals sharing resources, ideas, and asking for help. The network grows quickly as your PLN crosses over with other people's PLNs and it spreads. I've become obsessed with the power of Twitter. I love the microblogging format and option to delve deeper. My Twitter use has changed dramatically. I used to follow celebrities, and now I follow educators. I have to also mention the power of researching hashtags through a site like Tagboard. It's a great way to curate knowledge. Before this class, I was worried about how I would continue to grow and learn professionally once I finished my Master's of Education. My PLN has shown me that traditional research papers are not the only way to learn. Teachers are researchers in action. As George Seaman said to us, teachers think like researchers. We try to make sense of a problem and incorporate evidence-based practice to see how it works. Teachers' tweets and blogs are their way of sharing for everyone to learn with and from. I've also had a pedagogical refresher. Teachers need to design learning experiences differently. They need to foster creativity, collaboration, conversation, and personalization. And technology has power to help with this transformation. I knew that there was more potential in technology than I was using it for with my students. I was stuck in a rut of only using tech as a replacement for other tech. George Couros' table gives direction and critical questions to ask ourselves when using technology. From that table, it says technology is transformative when it gives us opportunities to learn and create in ways that we weren't able to do before. And we do not only have access to information, but we also create it while connecting and having conversations with people both locally and globally. I also find this chart to be an excellent reminder. Sorry, the source is unknown, and it helps to keep us in check on why we would use technology in our classroom. There will always be new tools coming out, but what's important is that you have the pedagogy framework to be able to decide how to use the tools. I will choose tools for their ability to assist learners to reflect, have meaningful conversation, participate with others, and to create. I'm excited about a few tools like Google Connected Classrooms, blogging, Skype in the classroom, Collaborate Classroom, Padlet, just to name a few, but there are others like Animoto, Google Docs, and Powtoon. I'm always on a journey for the teaching and learning I do in my classroom to have purpose and to give opportunities for students to take action. Social media is powerful and should and can be used to make a difference. There's so much potential to create conversation, share ideas, and to drive change. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram aren't just for bullying and making your life look better than it is. I now know about open education and open educational resources. I had never even heard of these terms before taking ECI 831. This past week, I blogged about open ed after our conversation with David Wiley. It's an exciting movement. Reducing barriers means that education, especially higher ed, is accessible to all. And it's an opportunity to end the privilege associated with post-secondary institutions. It also means that lifelong learning is really possible. I'd never heard of a MOOC before and participated in my first for a learning project. The opportunities to learn for free are quite amazing. There are of course issues with open ed like access, support, and credit, but I'm excited to see where open ed goes in the future. For myself, I see participating through open education resources. My goal is to get sharing resources I've created. I can share it through my blog, Twitter, Google Docs, and the Open Educational Resources site. I've spent enough time taking, it's time to start giving back. A few last thoughts and laughs. I spent my entire last school year fighting with students over lost work from losing their memory sticks. What was I thinking? Hello, Google Docs and Dropbox. I also had them print, and print again for revising and editing. I know now that Google Docs keeps track of all of their revisions, and you can share amongst your peers and myself without killing a tree. I would use images from wherever, whenever, with minimal guilt over copyright issues. I now get it, and will only use images from Creative Commons and give attribution for their use. I also have to laugh at how far I've come with tech tools. This article was one of the first things I'd read when starting ECI 831, and I was only using one of these tools, YouTube. Now I feel confident and see a purpose for using most of them. As you can see, I've come a long way, but I know I will only continue to grow. And now I have the PLN to support that growth. Thanks for listening.